Princess Mariah was feared across the entire kingdom. Though she was young and strikingly beautiful, her heart was a stone cold, proud, and merciless. Servants trembled at the sound of her footsteps. And in the village, children hid behind their mothers whenever she passed, whispering tales of her mysterious powers. It was said that Mariah smiled only when someone else cried. Her wickedness grew with each passing day. She taxed the villagers until they starved and punished anyone who questioned her authority and took pleasure in watching people beg for mercy. When famine struck the kingdom, she hoarded food in the palace while families died in the streets. Yet Mariah did not care. She believed the world existed only to obey her. Rumors began to spread that villagers were fleeing into the Forbidden Forest, an ancient, dark place that no one dared enter. For generations, people believed the forest was alive with unseen creatures, hunters, and spirits. But Mariah dismissed these tales as the foolish fears of peasants. Instead of asking why her people were running, she grew angry that anyone would dare leave her rule. One morning, full of arrogance, I declared I would ride into the forest alone and drag back whoever had fled. 3 guards reluctantly followed her, though their hands shook with fear. The deeper they rode into the forest, the darker and colder it became. Sunlight barely touched the ground. Strange whistles echoed between the trees. But Mariah, still filled with pride, forced the guards to press on. Then, without warning, shadows dropped from the treetops. The fairest scavengers, swift and silent, began their descent. Imagine wild, hardened survivors who lived unseen among the branches that surrounded them. Their faces were covered with bone masks. Their bodies wrapped in rags and dried leaves. For years, they had survived on the scraps and misery caused. But by the very kingdom Mariah ruled, they recognized her instantly. The guards were too terrified to fight. 2 were killed immediately, and the last one fled deeper into the forest, never to return. Mariah was dragged from her horse, kicking and screaming. The scavengers tied her hands and feet and carried her away. They brought her to their hidden camp, a cluster of rough shelters built from fallen logs and vines. There, they stood around her in silence. Mariah tried threatening them, ordering them to leave her space. "You think you can challenge me? Your ideas are as useless as a servant's gossip. You insignificant fools, how dare you question me? You're nothing but servants, and you'll be treated as such." Even insulting them, her voice full of the same arrogance she used on her servants. But her words carried no power in this place. One of the scavengers, an older man,